hunting rabbits. G'day, g'day everyone.
Hey, hey.
Now, the title, just a quickie. Get your mind out the gutter. We mean just a quick live stream. We just got a little bit of time this afternoon, so we thought we'd have a quick live stream.
Hope you find your way here.
And the no excuses refers to something we just got told when we went to the dietitian earlier.
Yep, no excuses.
No excuses.
Just waiting on a few people to come in. We're live.
We're live. It's alive, I tell you.
Hey, Rockin' News.
Hey, Rockin' News.
How are you?
Congratulations for yesterday, Rockin' News. Winning the 500 sub giveaway. Awesome.
Can you see and hear us?
Yeah, let us know if the picture and the audio and everything's all right, eh?
Okay.
I always look like this.
That's right. Hey, Cheryl.
Hey, Cheryl.
Got a watery eye.
A watery eye.
A watery eye.
Just going to do a quick live stream today, ladies. We actually just got home from town. We went to the dietitian.
Yeah, we had an appointment at our dietitian. Hey, Kay.
Okay. And when we got home about 15 minutes ago, I jumped on the computer on the internet to go to Shoot the Shit. And Pam and Ricky were on, but they were already wrapping up.
Yeah, we just missed them by the sounds of it.
So Shoot the Shit had a really quick one today. It was only like 40 minutes long, I think. So I just sort of got in as everyone was leaving. So we thought we'd do a quick live stream as well.
Sorry to hear about your kitty.
Yeah. We didn't have cats for a long time, Rockin' News, but we got two now. One just turned up on our veranda, 2 years ago, on the 4th of July. So we called her Indy for Independence Day.
Hey, Simply Sandy, yes, please. I've sent you a message via YouTube, and if you can't find it there, just message me on Facebook. The link is in our channel description under the header.
Hey, Simply Sandy.
So I can send off your package.
Congratulations again for yesterday. We've got our two winners in here already.
Yay!
You were drawn out first, Rockin' News, and then we decided to do another draw, and Simply Sandy was drawn out. So we'll be sending, excuse me, we'll be sending your packages. Probably have to wait till Monday now because we're busy today with the dietitian. Didn't make it to the post office, and we still got to get Sandy's address anyway. So we'll do both of yours together early next week, and we'll let you know when we send them away.
Yeah. The header, I don't know whether you caught it as you did, but the header says, no excuses, just a quickie. Now, the quickie is we'll just do a quick little live stream, and the no excuses is what our dietitian told us. Because she, over nearly 2 months ago, we went to her and she gave us a meal plan, and we were doing really well. We were doing smaller meal portions and making sure that there was meat and vegetables and what's the other one? Something else. And
Less sugar.
Yeah, and trying to have less sugar. Now, we stuck to the meal plans of the smaller meal portions and trying to eat more vegetables and a little bit more healthy, but
We've done all right with that.
Our biggest thing is, and it's so addictive, is sugar. We have a really hard time with sugar.
Yeah. I mean, we do need to lose a bit of weight, but seeing the dietitian and that the weight is more about trying to get a bit healthy, because both of us have got high blood pressure. We're on blood pressure tablets, and I've got high cholesterol. Colette's got a few issues as well. So it's more about us getting healthy than actually just losing weight for appearances or anything. So we have been seeing this dietitian, and we started telling her why we slackened off, and she was right on her side.
Yeah, no excuses.
No excuses.
Hey, Farah.
Hey, Farah, welcome into the live stream.
So we're going to start back on eating our healthy and try and cut down our sugar intake again. We did really well for the first month, didn't we?
Oh, we haven't reneged completely on the diet or anything. We've still kept smaller meal portions, and we cut down on our sugars. We drink a lot of coffee, and in our coffees we were having 3 sugars in each coffee. So we've cut that down to 2 sugars, and then next week we'll cut it down to 1.
Yeah, well, last appointment she worked out we have, she worked it out, the sugar intake is about equal to having about 70 treats a day. That's what we were having and treating ourselves 70 times a day. So we've sort of cut that back.
That was taking the sugar out of everything.
Yeah.
The sugar we have on cereal, the sugar we have in coffees, the sugar we have in all of our other foods, taking that out. And if you took it all and put it together, it would be like her equivalent of what she called 70 treats.
My biggest thing is what she called was a windmill eater. Like a windmill eater?
A windmill?
Yeah, I only eat.
You're a windmill.
Yeah, I only eat one really big meal of a day, and that's normally my dinner, and then I'll snack instead of eating three meals a day.
Yeah, but even if we skip meals, like we'll just eat lots of other rubbish through the day instead, or drink extra coffee. And coffee, you just retain fluid. It helps you keep weight on. So I really think one of the biggest thing with having a bit of extra weight is more what you drink as much as what you eat. Like if you're drinking stuff with sugar in it, that's going to go straight through your system a lot quicker. Sugar gets through the walls of your blood vessels and everything a hell of a lot quicker through fluids, I reckon. So coffee and that is probably one of the biggest things for us.
That'll be good, Sandy, and hope it comes good, Rock and News. Yeah, I'll be interested in looking at that if your channel's going to be about healthy eating. Because like when I cook, I'm just a basic cook, and I don't really I do cheap meals like your sausages and mince and that sort of thing. So I'm not really creative. And
not a bad cook.
No,
but we have heaps of nice meals. It's just nothing fancy.
Yeah. Yeah. So and then when I'm not eating meals, I'm filling up on sugary treats.
Yeah, Sandy, and that's probably our downfall too. Like our biggest meal of the day is dinner.
Yeah.
Of like an evening, and then you're not really doing much activity through the night either. They reckon it's really bad for you to eat much of a night time because you're just going to sleep and not working any of it off, I guess.
Yeah. So that was just our morning. We had, as I said yesterday, we had an appointment with our dietitian today. So we have to put into practice what she's doing and saying. Another thing, we have to try and walk a little bit more.
G'day, Kimberly.
Yeah, it is, Kimberly. It is really hard. And like the cheaper meats are your sausages and your mince. And it's so expensive to buy lamb or...
And it's cheaper because it's got a lot more fat and crap in it.
Yeah. Yeah, so... And
it's the same when you're shopping. It's actually a lot dearer to buy healthy food. All the cheap stuff with sugar and additives and preservatives are in it are usually the stuff that's on special.
Yeah. Hey, Anthony, we're good. It's 2:35 p.m. here.
Welcome, Anthony.
Yeah, it's Friday afternoon, and we don't eat out that often either. Like we do. We have
lately, but that's because we've been going back and about. We've been back and forwards to the city with doctor's appointments for Collette and her blood pressure. And
and it's easy to grab something from McDonald's and but that has to stop too.
Yeah. So that was another thing we said to that dietitian, that we've been back and forward to hospital and doctors and to grab takeaway food, and that was apparently that's just another excuse.
Yeah. So we got our hands smacked. But that's all right because it's something that we need to do.
Yeah. It's a bit hard being told not to make excuses when you think your excuses are pretty good. And some of them are valid. Like she was a little bit out of line in some things, but other things it makes sense.
Yeah, Kimberly used to work at a health food store, and she begged the owner to take food stamps in hopes that they could help people with lower incomes to eat healthier. Yeah.
Well, see, that's the other thing. We're in a really small town here, away from major cities, and they charge a lot more for stuff here. It's a lot dearer.
Yeah, that's like a loaf of bread. Just your basic loaf of bread is $2.69 for one loaf of bread, and a bottle of milk is $2.49. So it's, if you want anything else, it's going to cost you a fortune.
So that's just milk and bread, and we go through, because we got 4 boys. One of them isn't here full time. He goes to uni and stays a few days, goes a few days. But the 2 younger boys eat like there's no tomorrow. And then we've got a 22-year-old boy and us 2. So a loaf of bread and a bottle of milk only lasts a day.
Yeah.
So that's $5 every day just on bread and milk.
It's good when we get to go out to the city because you can buy bulk, bigger.
If we get away from that pattern, because it's much better for us if we can do a big shop in bulk, but we have to drive like an hour away to do it. And if we can't do that, because that's extra petrol as well, if we get caught in the circle and start buying things in the little town, then we don't get half as much. It costs, at least 1.5 times more in that circle. We can't go and do a big shop. So that sort of happened to us as well this month.
Yeah, Simply Sandy, that was called, what was that? The guy that ate McDonald's for a year.
Supersize Me.
Supersize Me. There's another one called The Sugar Movie. That's really good to watch too.
Yeah, maybe we should watch all them movies and get us motivated again.
Yeah. Yeah.
Like I said earlier, it's not, about our appearance or anything really. It's just about our health.
Have to do it to be healthy.
Colette's mum had her first heart attack. Or not, was it a proper heart attack?
She had 2 heart attacks at 47. And I'm 43, so that's only 4 years away. So I have to get it under control. Otherwise, I'll be in the same predicament.
Yeah. So with that in Colette's family, she's got to watch out and be a bit careful.
Yeah.
And then we've had friends who have had strokes, and my brother and my father have got high blood pressure.
Yes, you did, Anthony, and welcome.
I'm
glad you could join us. He said, I think I found you from Shoot the Shit live stream.
Awesome. Yeah, we're nearly always in Shoot the Shit, Anthony. A lot of the people that we see from our live streams are people we know off the porch.
And we welcome anybody.
Yeah.
Yeah, so that was our little visit.
That's one of the reasons we're going now, Anthony, because we called in to Shoot the Shit earlier, but they were wrapping up already. They're just when we called in.
Yeah, I missed them.
And I think it was Shannon in there asked if we were going live stream, so we said we'd do a quickie.
Yeah. I hope everything's all right, because I didn't get the full understanding of what the live stream was about. I hope it's nothing serious.
No, I think it was just about Trisha again.
Okay, right. You both. Yeah, health is number one.
Yeah. We're sort of getting to the point now where the boys are getting a bit older and we want to be around for grandkids.
Eat it a lot normally, rock and news, and it is a treat. But I'd easily eat a kebab. I don't know what you guys call a kebab. A kebab here is
it's a bit like a burrito, but
yeah,
it's not Mexican. Instead, it's more like Middle Eastern, and they used ham or pork. Well, it wouldn't be pork if it was proper Middle Eastern, would it?
Hey, Rainbow.
But yeah, it's usually lamb, I think, and maybe beef. And they slice a bit of that off, wrap it up with salads, and it's nice. Hello. My name is Jacob John.
Simply Sandy found you through Nick Nemmen's channel. Yeah, well, see, Nick Nemmen did a review on our channel when we first started out, didn't he? And it was really, really good to have someone give a little bit of an input on how we were going with our content.
Yeah, Nick's got heaps of good tips.
Hey, Mark.
Welcome, Mark.
I want one of them, Rainbow. I'll stick it up on the wall. I want
For
one.
anyone who doesn't know what she's talking about, you want to get yourself over and subscribe to Rainbow Bright. We're having an absolute just rolling around laughing at her earlier on today. Rainbow's bought something off of something like an infomercial that goes around under your chin, and she was wearing it on a live stream. It was just hilarious.
It's called a waggle, isn't it? Or something like
What?
that. A waggle?
No, a waddle.
A waddle.
That bit under your chin.
Okay, I'm going to Google that.
I have never bought anything off an infomercial. I've been tempted heaps of times. I presume that thing you got was like off an infomercial, wasn't it, Rainbow? Any of you guys bought things off of infomercials? I'm really sus. I reckon most of the time it's just bullshit and they won't work.
What's the most weirdest thing you've ever brought? Keep it GA.
Okay, so I'm not allowed to go R-rated.
No. What's the weirdest thing that you've brought GA? I'm trying to think what I've
That's a
brought.
hard question. I've bought so much rubbish
That nobody else has ever brought.
that no one else has ever bought. I don't know. Have you got one?
No. I do. Anybody else? Anybody brought something that they have never
Anywhere else?
seen anywhere else? Rainbow has. Hi, Link Johnston.
Infomercials. If I fall asleep with infomercials going, it's like background and I dream about them all night. It pumps the information into my head and I have bloody bad dreams about all these weird products.
He used to do it all the time. Fall asleep with the TV going 20, like all through the night. And he'd wake up and he'd have it in his head. I reckon it would send you loopy.
Yes, it's like they hypnotise you to buy shit.
Pour into your head. Hey, Wayne.
You wake up thinking, I got to buy that gym equipment. I got to buy that glue that you use a little laser light to make it fix.
Well, see, many, many years ago, he'd fall asleep on the lounge and I'd just leave him there. And that's where he would stay.
I'd wake up with a bloody crook neck all chinked up and I said, why didn't you wake me up? She's like, you're big enough to go to bed when you want.
Night, Rainbow. Thanks for calling in.
Good night, Rainbow. Good luck with your waddle.
And if I was generous, I'd throw a blanket over it. Night, Anthony.
Thanks.
Hey, I'm Wayne.
Hey, Wayne.
Doing all right with that bad weather over there. It looks frightening.
You're going to be reasonably loud, being a bit closer
Sorry.
to you. Bye, Rambo. Leave Smurf alone when you got that thing on your head.
It actually makes your face look thinner. I want to try it.
You reckon?
Yeah.
I thought it pushed it all up.
No, well, it's an instant facelift.
Had like squinty eyes. I wanted a shave too. I have a shave before next live stream, definitely. Hadn't planned on coming on today for a live stream. It's just when Shoot the Shit wrapped up so early, I thought we'd come on and say hello to everyone.
Yeah, I saw some footage and it's, yeah.
Collette showed me a couple of pictures earlier from space, taken from, what are they, up in space?
Satellite.
Yeah, from the satellites. And it's just massive, isn't it?
We just caught the snippet of it, Wayne, so I'm not really sure what was happening. So.
By the look of it, Wayne, they didn't have their normal show because they weren't on when we left. And we went into town for a while. When we come back, we just caught the end of it.
Yeah, I hope everything's all right.
Yeah, it will be. Someone in particular, but I'm not going to mention their name because I wouldn't give their name the light of day.
Yeah, but I saw the news that it might swing past and hit as far as up as Georgia. Is that correct? We don't know, Mark.
Are you going to be drinking out of one of these soon, Sandy and Rockin' News?
Where's your late night, Shannon?
Shannon, come on now. I thought you would have been here first with bells on. I don't know if you caught it in the end of the Pam and Rick's live stream when you asked if we were going to go on, Shannon. I said we might come on for a quickie. That's why we titled it just a quickie.
Yeah.
And the other bit, no excuses, was because we just been to the dietitian. We're telling her we slackened off a bit on a few things because we've seen her to try and get healthy and lose a bit of weight. And she's this pretty little thing, and she's only young, and she's so skinny. And I to her that in this last 6 weeks, I've had like 8 teeth ripped out. I've got no teeth now, so it was really hard to stick to a diet with fruit and veggies. That's no excuse. You can still eat healthy with no teeth.
Yeah.
I'm like, how the hell would you know? You got all your teeth. You're 20 years younger than me. Like, I get what she was saying about no excuses, but come on.
Reckon you said it. Yeah, with that title, and look who came in fast.
Yeah, you're right on it, eh, Rockin' News? No excuses, a quickie, here I come.
Yeah, but as she said, there is no excuse really. Like,
yeah,
we could have he could have had soups and that instead of having sugar. So realistically,
I didn't like hearing it from a thing, but you know, in hindsight, we could have planned better, and I could have had soups instead of custards and yogurts full of sugar. But I don't give a shit. All my teeth are getting ripped out. I'm going to eat whatever's easy, and then I'll get back to the diet and getting healthy when it's done. And that'll be within the next couple of weeks anyway.
So starting today, we're back on our meal plan. Yeah.
Yeah. We have done a few of the things she suggested.
Yeah.
One of the biggest things I'm happy with was cutting down our meal portions, because I would have big dinner plates and everything on the plate, and then usually whatever the boys left too. I don't know if it's like that for most dads, but all the leftovers and scraps get pushed towards the end of the table for me to clean up.
Yeah.
Because I hate seeing things go to waste, and I love to eat. So
sometimes I don't know how you fit it all in. So
well, my belly keeps stretching. That's how I fit it all in. To your probation officer, you don't know how hard it is. Yep.
Yep. Rockin' News had a wisdom tooth pulled, and she had my donuts and damn tooth.
Yeah, it's the same when I used to get counselling. It makes a world of difference if your psychologist or your counsellor has had a bit of life experience. If you get a young counsellor that's just taken things out of a book, they've got no idea what it's like to go through addictions and live with hardly any money and all the rest of the dramas you face every day.
Yeah.
They've just got no idea what it's like to have real loss in your life.
Well, you need food to give you energy.
Yeah, well, we really got carried away with food once we gave up cigarettes. We gave up cigarettes 3 years ago.
Well, see,
and replaced it with sugar, basically.
Yeah, well, the sugar helps you get over the addiction of your cigarettes. So now we have to get over the addiction of the sugar.
It's always something in that.
What do they say? Swap the witch for the bitch or something like that, isn't it? Or
when I was I did a 12-step program years ago, and we used to say that there. Be careful you don't just swap the witch for the bitch.
Yeah.
Swap one addiction for another. It's easy to do. You just move from one to another. You quit something and start something else.
Grub worm, that's the same old thing day after day. Yummy. You know, I love soft lollies. I absolutely love soft lollies. I think that you call them gummies or gummy. They're the soft, chewy.
Yeah, we call the soft ones like jubes.
Yeah.
I'm pretty sure. Well, the only one I know that you've got, it's like gummy bears. Lollies like gummy bears, that sort of thing. You just call them jellies or anything special.
Rocking News husband ate a whole death by chocolate dessert, the whole thing. And I was like, oh man, we were newlyweds. People over here stop smoking and they go to the vaping. Yeah. I've seen that a lot on YouTube. A lot of people vape.
Yeah, we've seen it heaps lately.
Yeah, we smoking. We had the patches, the nicotine patches that you put on your arm.
Yeah, they release nicotine straight into your bloodstream through your skin. So your brain's still getting the nicotine fix, but you're actually stopping the habit, like you're breaking the hand-to-mouth habit and all that sort of thing, but you're just still feeding your body nicotine, and what you do is you just reduce your patches. It starts off like 21 milligram, I think.
Yep,
You
21.
get 21 milligrams
and
of
then it goes
nicotine
down to
a day.
14, and then I think 7, something like that.
So you just reduce it over like 8 weeks.
Oh, Kimberly had to put her 70-year-old dad in hospital today because he fell off the wagon and couldn't rehydrate. He's too old to be able to rehydrate like he used to. He's a good man and could use the prayers. In our prayers, Kimberly.
Will do, Kimberly.
Shannon was allergic to the patches. Well, see, Grant couldn't use the tablets. I don't know what the tablets are called, but he couldn't use the tablets because of his mental history.
There's a couple of different tablets. Champex, I think, is one.
Yeah.
There's a couple of different ones anyway, but some of them had some really bizarre effects on people. And they highly recommended if you had a history of suicidal tendencies or depression or bipolar, any of that sort of stuff, that you don't use it. And I had enough going in my head at the best of times without adding something like that into it.
Yeah. I can relate, Kimberly. I feel so bad because I haven't been up and seen my parents in a little while. It's been, what, nearly 8 months since I've been up to see them, and I need to go see them.
Chantrix made my depression worse. That must be very similar, Shannon. Yeah, you got to be careful with some of that stuff, eh? What did the patches do to you, mate? Did you like break out in a rash sort of thing? Because even those patches I used to wear, they used to irritate a bit. Like after about 6 to 8 hours on, they would get really irritable, and you have to put them in a different spot each time. Like I'd put them on my shoulder and then move them down a bit. Sort of. I haven't got my glasses on, so I can't read everything.
Okay, I can read. The only thing smoking did for me was give me a man's voice. Simply Sandy knows the feeling she misses her dad so much. Shannon, it made me mean. Yes, the bad rash.
Yeah.
And Mark quit smoking cigs in 1983.
Oh, wow. It's been a long time, Mark. Congratulations.
Congratulations.
Biggest thing for us was how much money we had. Well, we're low income. I mean, we never had any money. We're even going to the charity mob in town to help get groceries and that sort of stuff a few years back.
And it wasn't right because it was like, because we were still smoking. So
yeah, I mean, we would beg, borrow and steal to get cigarettes, and we were doing without groceries and eating properly just to make sure we had cigarettes. So yeah, it was a tough thing to do, but we had to. We just couldn't afford it. Smokes are so dear in Australia.
Yeah, and so we worked it out once. And I think we've even said it. For a packet of 40 smokes is about in between $45 to $50. So that's over $1 a cigarette.
That's now. When we gave up, it was like $35.
Yeah.
And that's an average pack here. People normally get packets of 40s, real boxy little packet.
Yeah.
So it works out now that one cigarette is worth about $1. For every smoke you smoke a day, it's $1.
Yeah.
That's how it works out in Australia, roughly.
Yeah.
And most people smoke a minimum 20 cigarettes a day. Imagine that's $100 a week.
Yeah, it was
$400 a month just to smoke in Australia.
That's mainly one of the reasons that we did give up, because we couldn't afford it, and it wasn't right that we had to go without, and the kids had to go without because we were feeding our addiction of cigarettes.
Yeah. So we sort of held on to that addiction for a long time too, because in the past, it's been a long time we've been clean from drugs, but I overcome drugs and I overcome a bad gambling addiction, and sort of smoking was one of the last bad addictions, wasn't it?
Yeah, but that's all gone now. We're nearly 3.5 years without cigarettes, so that's awesome. And
in that first year, we put money aside from smokes and bought Collette a second-hand car.
Sending prayers to you too, Simply Sandy. Yeah.
So, I mean, the health benefits were awesome, and it was good to get rid of the smokes, but it was really all about the money.
Hey, John Michaels.
Hey,
JM.
JM.
Yeah, so would be.
Yeah. One thing I never really had problems with over the years was alcohol, strangely enough. With all the addictive tendencies towards drugs and gambling and anything else I could get hold of, I wasn't ever really having a problem with alcohol.
And when I was smoking pot,
What?
I said the P word.
people find that hard to believe about Collette.
Yeah, but I wasn't a heavy pot smoker either.
Yeah, she just basically come along for the ride with me.
Yeah.
I was heavy, and because she was around it all the time, she used to do it a bit.
Yeah, so
You can't beat them, join them, sort of thing.
I said the P word.
But yeah, even when we used to smoke, I'd be around at mates' places, and we'd be passing it around. I'd pass it to Collette, and their faces would be like, "What? Does she smoke? We didn't think she smoked."
No, I rarely did it in front of anybody. I was a closet pot smoker. I was. The only time I did it was when I was home with Grant, and I didn't really do it when I was out. Mark says, I don't have a problem with alcohol. I have a problem without alcohol.
The whole world knows now, baby.
Everybody has a past.
Yeah, same, Sandy.
Yeah.
We've got to be really careful.
Yeah, Grant has a really addictive personality.
Yeah, that's like all the stuff I collect now too. Like I'm I've got to really watch myself because I could quite easily be a hoarder, and in a sense I am, but it's sort of controlled. Because Collette doesn't let all my junk into the house.
I will have to film his sheds, but he won't let me film his sheds.
Because I get a bit embarrassed.
But one day I'll do a sneaky little film of his shed, and yeah.
I don't know if you call them sheds. They're either we're talking outbuildings,
garages.
Sort of like garage that you put your car in, but no car goes in it. It's just for storage. I think Americans mainly call them. So yeah, there's like a 3-bay outbuilding out the back, and then another shed or outbuilding, and every one of them's full.
It occasionally creeps into the back dining room or into the kitchen, and I quickly put it out onto the veranda, and then it automatically goes back to the shed. It
does a circle. Because sometimes I bring stuff out of the car and I put it in the back of the house, and then she puts it on the veranda, and then it goes to the shed. So it just does a circle.
Yeah.
And comes back to where it started.
Yeah. So I try and get the traffic going around the. But see, if there's
some really interesting stuff packed away. I'll have to do some videos pulling some stuff out, and some stuff's been packed away for 10 years. Yeah. Every time we move, I move truckloads of boxes. And some of it hasn't been opened in years.
And if I throw anything, he'll go through and see what I've thrown, just in case I've thrown anything that he thinks is important, but it's not really.
Yeah, exactly, Mark. That's why we had aquariums spread out all over the house. I was starting to get 1 or 2 aquariums in every room.
Yeah.
So we just put them all up the floor too, especially like the 100, 120 gallon tanks. This is only an old farmhouse, and some of the floor was starting to go wobbly. So we put them all up into the shed where it's a concrete floor, and I think we've got 10 tanks up there now.
Yeah, there's 10 tanks.
If anyone's watched any of our fish videos, you'll probably see all the tanks in the background.
We will have to do some opening of the boxes up in the sheds, because like I've got stuff from my childhood up there too. Yeah. That we've had packed away.
I've got lots of different things, from really old toys. Anything I find that's really old and I find interesting, I'll try and keep hold of.
Yeah.
I've got comics and Bibles and old books from 1900. I just bought 2 mowers at the junkyard yesterday that are about 60-year-old. I've got to bring them home and do them up. Yeah, every time we move, Sandy, I go through all the boxes and think, oh, look at this, it's like Christmas. And then we put them away and forget them for another couple of years.
And when we were younger, before we moved out here, we moved to about 14 houses because like we're only renting, and every time we moved, it was just such an effort. And anybody
more and more each time.
Anybody that would say, who's going to help us move? And everybody goes, no.
I've gotten rid of a lot of my plants now too, like well, we call them pot plants, but I don't know if you call them container plants, just containers or pots.
Yeah, I do. That's the only thing that I do collect, and which is allowed in my house, is my glassware. But I've run out of room.
I'm allowed to bring glassware into the house.
He's allowed to bring glassware into the house.
Funny that.
But I've run out of room. I've got nowhere else to store it at the moment.
Some of that glassware is really cool. I almost forgot we've got a video up of that. Collette showing all her uranium glass.
Yeah. And I've brought more since then. But
uranium glass is awesome.
Hey, Deborah. No worries. I hope everything's okay. So I should be listening more than watching. Oh, take it easy. Yeah, I thought
you said Caesar. Then I thought Deborah wasn't pregnant.
No, Caesar.
Yeah, sorry to hear that, Deborah.
Pot plants. Yes, he was moving dirt.
Yeah, that's just so much. That's just what we call it here, and it only just dawned on me when I said that you guys probably think I'm talking about marijuana if I say pot plants. But pot plants is any plant in a pot.
That's a pot plant.
I think they call them flower pots.
Yeah, so he was moving dirt, weren't you?
Yeah, basically I was paying phenomenal costs just to cut a ton of dirt around with plants in them, because I worked at nurseries and did landscaping and that sort of thing too. So every house we moved into, even though it was a rental, I used to get pot plants and pretty up the place and make the gardens look better. And I kept them in pots so I could take them with me. I hope you know what I'm talking about when I say
potted plants. Yeah,
potted plants. So the pots they're in.
Yeah.
So I used to cart them everywhere, but I've thinned right down. I haven't got many now.
Yeah, we cut the extra ted off and just call it a pot plant.
Aussies try and
we shorten everything.
Everyone, thanks for joining us. So yeah, all of that combo started off of addictive personalities, and that gives you an idea. Just about anything I can get carried away with.
No, we're not, Shannon. I take it for granted that we say things so differently.
Yeah, well, it's only really since we've been doing YouTube that we're starting to realise how different the things we say are to people.
And like, we're lazy speakers too.
I look really rough around the edges. I just saw myself on the screen.
I was looking at you at the dietitian. You're just a little bit hairy.
You do a live stream shave?
No. I'm not dressed for it.
Where are you shaving? What do you have to get undressed to?
No.
Yeah. That's a live stream shave I want to see. Sub Mark's Aquariums, yeah, sub him up. Everyone feel free to sub each other, share the support around.
What was that thing we were humming on the way home? No, there was something else.
We started singing that with one of the boys in the back.
Keep your YouTube addiction. Yeah. We were starting to get in a pattern, weren't we? We were doing a live stream and 2 videos, and then another live stream and then 2 videos. So we're starting to get into a little pattern.
Yeah, we've broken the pattern now.
Yeah, no, this was supposed to be our video day. but that's all right. We didn't have really an idea. Because the boys have just got, what was it? Bears Don't Drift. They just got that game, so that's what they'll be playing later on this afternoon.
Bears Don't Drift.
Yeah, it's supposed to be like a CTR, Crash Team Racing.
Okay.
So I'm looking forward to that because I like Crash Team Racing.
Any of you guys still play computer games like the PS4 or any of that sort of stuff? I really stopped playing once the kids got a bit bigger. They took over. I got left behind years ago.
I didn't really like the Wii either, the Wii game. I probably stopped playing after the first Xbox.
Yeah.
But they've got a PS4 and I playing the PS4.
I think we got too busy between working and being parents and kids, and
yeah, you
just don't have the time to sit around and play games like you used to. We used to play Spyro together.
Yeah,
Dragon
yeah.
one.
I spent a lot of time on Spyro. And
I wonder why sometimes.
Last night was the first night that we have watched it in 2 months.
Yeah, I mean the kids still watch it a little bit, so we've kept it for them, but they don't watch it heaps, and we have hardly watched it in ages.
No worries, Mark. Mark's doing a water change, but he'll be listening.
Yeah, go for it, Mark. How big? What size tank are you changing? Now that you said you're doing something, I'm going to ask you a question, so you've got to type. If you answer this, then I'll let you go. What you're working on.
Yeah, sub up, everybody.
Yeah, spread the subs around.
I think you broke your 560 today.
Really?
Yeah.
Awesome.
So slowly creeping towards our 600 mark.
Good share.
Yeah, it's a bit squeaky.
This one's starting to get a bit ratty.
Just a 10-gallon.
Oh, baby.
You watched a thing where it was the world's smallest
aquarium.
Smallest aquarium. It looked like it was inside a Tic Tac bottle. I don't know whether they call them Tic Tacs there. I'm sorry.
I set up like grains of little pebbles with tweezers, and they put what looked like a really young baby guppy, just a tiny guppy fry in this tiny little tank.
Hey sis, just a quick hello.
Sandra, in here?
Yeah.
Hey Sandra. You feeling any better yet, Sandra?
I'm going to miss you this September holidays. You need to come up and kick my butt and get me back walking.
Gave Simple Joys HJKL. What?
Thumbs up. Yeah, school holidays are in 2 weeks, and my sister isn't able to come up this time round.
Yeah, thanks guys. Thanks for the thumbs up and views and all the support we get off you. I can't believe people are actually wanting to sit down and talk with us on live streams lately.
I know. I'm going to miss you so much, but we're thinking about going up and seeing Mum and Dad and spending a few days up there.
We were just saying that earlier, Sandra. We're overdue.
Very overdue.
Well and truly overdue.
Anybody that's in the chat, Sandra is my sister. But, hey. Yeah, so it's been, I was saying it's been about 8 months since there was when you were there, sis. So it's been a while. Need to head up there.
And now too, it'd be nice for the boys to get up to the beach.
Yeah.
And we'll take the cameras and try and get some vlogs on the beach. I really want to see the dolphins. Hopefully the dolphins. Sometimes when we walk along the red beach up there.
The red beach.
The dolphins will follow you along. That's beautiful.
Yeah.
Yeah, we used to get up there a fair bit, didn't we? But
yeah.
We've slowed down.
Slowed down.
As much since we've been here, because, well, one, we've got so many bloody animals too. We can't go away for that long now.
Take care, Kimberly. Stay safe.
See you, Kimberly. Thanks for popping in. See you next time.
What about another flop, she said. No. If he does, he'll cripple him, I think.
Sandra was talking about that really short video we got up, Everybody Do the Flop, where I tried doing a flip on the exercise ball on the beach, end up flat on my back. I was there for that.
Yeah.
You probably hear her laughing in the background.
Please, Sandy, beautiful name, Sandra. She used to get, I won't do it.
Don't do that. I'm not even allowed to say that.
Her nickname's Sa. But yeah.
Hey, what do you think of the shirt, Sandra?
She's seen it.
She?
She popped in yesterday. Shannon.
Collette designed that one.
Yeah, I've just designed another one, but I need to yeah, see, seen that yesterday.
We might have to make a shirt or something the next giveaway, eh?
Yeah. Well, you know where the link is, sis? The link works for other people because it works for me, but I haven't seen that it works for other people.
You want a singlet? Yeah, I'd like a singlet too, Sandra.
For summer.
Yeah, we'll get onto that. We'll try and get singlets done.
Thanks, Simply Beautiful on a Budget.
What do you reckon, Shannon? A shirt for a giveaway?
But the thing with that is you don't actually know people's sizes, so you won't be able to order it until.
Tell you.
Yeah, but you won't be able to pre-order it. You know what I mean? Like with the cups, I like having the cups here. I could use more grease rags, little Wayne. Okay, I'll mark him off the Christmas list.
We'll take him off the Christmas card list. But it'll be the best grease rag out of all of them, mate.
Shannon says that would be nice.
I want a hat too. I want to get myself like a baseball cap with Simple Joys on it. Because I wear baseball cap heaps. I used to wear my cowboy hat, but I probably wear my baseball cap more now.
Yeah, I'll have to look into it.
Yeah, let's do that. I want a baseball cap.
The other company that I use for the cups might have them. I'm not sure. I'll have to look into more.
Yeah.
Because I want to put an order in the next few weeks for some more stock.
Yep. Can be all right if we could get a keyring that says "Take time for the Simple Joys." That'd be nice.
She's thinking of coming up in December. That'll be good. And hopefully we've got the pool area sorted then too. I like the shirts. I'm a grease monkey. Wayne the reindeer will poop on your porch for that. We'll send Wayne some coal at Christmas time because he's been naughty.
Is that a different term there, Wayne, or are you actually a mechanic? Mechanics, grease monkeys.
Need to pull up.
Yeah, we've got to get another one, Sandra. That old one that was up, I ended up putting the turtles in that we rescued.
Yeah, but the top
yeah, the top ring went down and was busted. I didn't know where the hole was.
Night, Cheryl. Thanks for popping in.
No, night, Cheryl. See you next time.
It means the same.
Oh, cool.
It means the same, or he is a grease monkey.
Both.
Both.
Old school mechanic, or you got to plug into a computer to know what you're looking at, mate? All the modern cars now, so much of it, the diagnostics is done just with plugging into computers.
See, that's the car stopped us from doing a lot of things too. But
cool, Wayne.
We had the work done on our car too, so that's we're able to go a little bit more further.
Yeah, just got
home.
Swapped the radiator out. The old radiator had a little bit of a split, was starting to lose some water.
Love ya. Thanks for popping in, sis.
Excuse me. See you, Sandra. Yeah, I just did a little bit of bartering because I've got couldn't afford to register again our old wagon. The mechanic in town, he's got one similar, so I asked him if he wanted it, and he did. So I just organised for him to do a bit of work on our other car as a swap. So that's a good thing about being in this little town too. I can do barter with a few people. Sometimes I take things into the hairdresser in town, and when I say things, I mean like collectible or rustic things. Stuff, old tools and clippers and stuff she can hang on a wall. Because
her little barber shop, she's got a ladies' room and a barber, and she does old rustic stuff with the horses and the horseshoes and that sort of thing for the men's, and the girly stuff for the women out the back.
Yeah, so just at least 3/4 of her barbers is decorated with stuff I've either sold to her or bartered with. So the boys get haircuts at the barbers, and Collette gets some stuff done occasionally.
Yeah, that's what little Wayne does. He does trade.
Yeah, cool.
It makes it a little bit easier. That's the old system, the barter system.
As long as you're both happy with it either way, then it works out good, and then the tax man stays out of it.
Mm. Yeah. Yeah, I did read that right, didn't I? Shannon said, have to go up. I missed it. He loves watching us.
No. Title, just a quickie and no excuses, was in relation to our dietitian today.
It's all right, because we know, like, it's not rocket science. We know all the things that we have to do. It's just getting the motivation to do it.
Motivation, that's always my problem.
Yeah. It's like I wrote down a plan for Grant for YouTube, and he's like, no, I don't know, because Grant doesn't work well.
I never do scripts, and I never do. She's trying to give me a rough guideline of things to talk about in a live stream. I don't think so. I'll be talking about whatever comes out of my mouth.
Yeah.
I hate the pressure of
he doesn't follow something. It doesn't work well if he's got a deadline or something to follow. Whereas I need that. I need to be organised, and that's I need to have it written down. It's like when I do my housework, I have everything I have to do written down for each room, and that's how I get through it all. I have to, and once I do the job, I cross it off. Hey, Wars of Stars.
Hey, Wars of the Stars. Welcome in. Pull up a seat and kick back.
And talk about anything. And Little Wayne's got uranium glass for me.
Have you? It's good stuff. Hey, if anyone doesn't know what we're talking about, it's glass from the Depression era, like 30s, 40s. And it's usually green, but you can get gasoline colour. And basically back then they were using uranium in the glass. So when you put a black light over it, it glows. It's got a real nice glow to it.
Normally I would have a little torch that I'd be able to bring in and show you it glow. But we have got a video of it. I did a video of it.
Yeah, I don't know how far back it is because it's an old one, but it might be in a playlist, or if you go through the channel, you'll find it. Collette playing with her glass fruit and uranium glass and a bit of her glass collection.
Yeah. The thing of that is it gets broken so easily, so everybody's not allowed to touch it.
Excuse me.
Crappy throat.
Yeah, I have.
Tiny Brent sniffer.
Say what?
Brent sniffer.
A sniffer.
Brand sniffer. Brent brand sniffer. And Mike had said, I've seen that glass before. And Shannon said, that sounds like him. He can't stick to
I didn't know you were in here, Mike. G'day, Bleach PC.
I must have mosquito bites. That's why I'm scratching.
Have you got some of that glass, Mike? Or?
A brandy glass.
Ah, okay. Now that makes sense. A little brandy sniffer. Yeah. Cool. I was thinking, oh, I haven't heard of one of them. A branch sniffer. You might get one.
Yeah. I love because
what a difference a letter makes.
I have a long black light that plugs into the wall, and it goes into, it's an old school one that he picked up secondhand somewhere, and I sit that in my glass cabinet and it makes all of it glow. But, yeah.
We got, yeah, she's got lots of things in that collection, from little ornament koala that glows, glasses, bottles.
Oh, I don't expect you to send it to me, little Wayne.
Yeah, I want to express post. I want it here by tomorrow, Wayne.
Just a quickie, eh?
Who wants a quickie?
Iris Steve-o.
Hey, you're up for a quickie, Steve-o. Welcome in, mate. Yeah, just supposed to be a quickie, just a little live stream today. We weren't really planning on doing one, but our afternoon opened up, so here we are.
And yeah. Shannon wanted us to come live stream. We'll blame it on Shannon.
Yeah,
if this live stream isn't any good, blame it on Shannon.
Yeah, everyone leave messages with Shannon if they don't like it.
Yeah. It's Shannon's fault.
All right. Who's doing coffee? Did you bring coffee, Steve-o? Oh, that's what I was asking too, Mikey from Bleach PC. Did you say you've got some uranium glass, or you've seen it, or you've seen ours? We have got a video up from ages ago.
He came late. Yeah, it's all over and done with.
No good turning up late for a quickie. It's all over by then.
If you want a coffee, knock on the door.
Which is the magic coffee door?
The one right behind you.
No, the wall.
Yeah.
Is this the magic spot?
Yep, right just tap there. Right, if they haven't got earphones in.
No answer.
Nobody's home. No. Nobody's home.
Nothing.
I think I hear footsteps.
Hear Diesel moaning. I don't know if you would have picked that up on the mic. Diesel's like 3 rooms away and I can hear him moaning. He carries on like an old man. You should see him.
Last night he was terrible. He must get uncomfortable in his own skin, and all he does is groan and moan.
Every time he moves. And he's so loud.
Steve says at the afternoon, it's midnight here. If anything, it's whiskey. Oh, yeah, nobody's home. They're on vacation.
What? Gas.
Somebody's coming now.
Oh, Gus to do.
Yeah. What's that? Can you do 2 nice coffees?
Okay. Hello, my Diesel. Hello, Diesel boy. There he is, the big boy. Hello.
And knocking everything.
Come here. Sit down. Sit down. No. Sit down. That's a boy.
A shave and a haircut.
Dun 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 dun. Shave and a haircut, 2 bits.
It's a bear.
Jesus, it's a bear. That's our Chihuahua, Steve-o. We've had him on steroids for about 3 years though.
They do it with their car horns. Yes, a Great Dane, Mike.
Remember it in Who Framed Roger Rabbit, when they're trying to find Button and he's going along, knocking the walls. Cartoons can't resist it.
His name is Diesel. He's about 3.5 years old.
Hey, Diesel boy, come here and say hello to Steve. Come here. Come here. That's a boy. Hey, that's a boy. Oh.
Where are you going with him?
I'm just letting him walk past the screen so they can see how long he is.
My pit bull and Dobson would be jealous.
He's a big sook.
A big pussycat.
Yep.
He gets fright so easy, doesn't he?
Yeah.
He's like a Scooby-Doo.
He's a lot like Scooby-Doo. You know, Scooby-Doo was a Great Dane. And since we've got him, I realised how much Scooby-Doo was actually based on a real Great Dane. Because a lot of the times he gets frights and he's like, did you see ghost?
Yeah. Oh, he got a fright in when you were opening the package and it ripped and it must have made well, it did make a noise, but he jumped back. It's one dog named Lola, colours of a pit bull and size of a Doberman. A Doberman.
Yeah.
Thank you.
I've never had a Doberman, but I looked after one for a couple of weeks. It was, see, even back then, I was a teenager. I guess I was about 15, and I found a Doberman that was lost, and I took it home and kept it for a couple of weeks and advertised it, and the owners ended up coming and getting it. But while I had it, he was a really nice dog. He loved the water. We had a dam, and he used to run and dive and jump into the water, and he'd be in the air for about 5 foot before he hit the water. And as soon as he hit the water, he'd come straight back out and do it again. He just loved jumping in.
A dog story was when we were babysitting your brother's dog. Yes, room service.
Thanks, Gus.
Took a little while. He must have been busy on the game.
See, it's a magic wall.
Yeah, it's a magic wall.
Knock on the wall and you get a coffee.
No, you had to yell out. We were baby.
Hear him?
Yeah.
That's Diesel groaning. Just because he laid down behind us.
We were babysitting Grant's brother's house and their pets one time. And we fed them, I don't know what you call your dog food, but there's a brand here called Chum.
No, it was Pal.
Oh, it was Pal.
I hate Pal.
Night, Rockin' News.
See you, Rockin' News. Congrats again on your win. And we'll send that out early next week.
Now,
good to see you again. Thanks for popping in.
Yeah, and it was a Pal. It was
just tin food.
And we fed it to him, and then I think we went out because we're only young. We didn't have kids or anything, so we're about 17, 18-year-old.
We went out all night partying. We went to nightclubs.
Yeah. And when we got home, we went looking for this dog, and we could smell this awful smell. And he had locked himself in one of the bedrooms, and it looked like he had taken a dump.
Oh, you couldn't call it a dump. He spray painted.
He had
diarrhea.
And it looked like he'd done a complete circle doing a poo, and it was in shag pile carpet. And so we had
I'm just remembering it.
We had been out drinking most of the night and had to come home and clean it up. It wasn't real nice.
Yeah, we must have got home about 4 o'clock.
Yeah.
4 a.m. in the morning. And we walked into that.
And we're still cleaning it up at 8 o'clock in the morning.
It took us hours to get it out of that shag pile carpet.
Yeah.
And it was like he'd stood in the middle of the room doing a donut, turning around and round, just shitting everywhere.
Yeah.
It was.
Yes. So we learnt not to feed dogs that sort of brand.
I've never ever fed my dogs, Pal.
No. You feed Diesel offcuts from the butchers.
Yeah, I love the little butcher in town. He's good to me. He'd do me up a big box of scraps and meat, old meat, fat, bones, all that sort of thing. I'll get like a 20 kilo, 15 kilo box of meat off him every week.
Yeah, it was terrible. I'll never ever forget that.
I mean, of all the things, it was like a shag carpet. It was just, it took forever. It didn't help that we were still pissed from being out all night at the nightclubs and whatever else we were on at the time, because we were only young.
Yeah.
Spray painted. Yeah, you don't want a dog inside that's got the shits like that.
No.
He was a good dog too, but he was big, not as big as Diesel.
No. It was a German. No, it was.
No, he wasn't a German Shepherd.
It was Bob, wasn't it?
Yeah, it was Bob, but
it was just a bitzer.
Probably nearly the size of a German Shepherd anyway, so a decent sized dog. Now, a big dog like that, you don't want to be around when they do that. Bob the dog. He was really cool, Bob. He had heaps of good stories. That was my brother's dog. He absolutely loved him.
Yeah, well, I don't know how we did it.
We were dry reaching all the time, Shannon.
I think we had tea towels tied around our faces.
Tea towels tied around our faces. It would have been funny to watch. Every hour or two we'd go and have another smoke.
Thanks, Steve-O.
Try and lighten the situation. It was terrible.
Steve-O is off. He said, enjoy the quickie.
Thanks, Steve-O. We'll catch you next time, eh? Thanks for joining us for the quickie. Excuses.
No excuses to get up in the morning and get kids off to school. Mark's dog comes inside just comes in for visits. My dog stays outside and just comes in for visits when it's 30 below. Yeah, see, I wasn't brought up with dogs inside the house either. Grant likes the dogs in.
As long as I keep him bathed. If he starts to get a bit stinky, I don't like him coming in.
No.
But he just loves to be near you. We've had, over the years, dogs that mainly stay outside and come in occasionally, and some dogs we hardly had them inside at all.
My little girls stay inside, but they're crated.
They're more like cats than dogs.
Yeah.
But Diesel, he hates to be out of sight. If we're inside and he's outside, he'll sit at the door crying. He's just such a big baby. He loves to see you. Of a night time too, if I'm sitting on the lounge, he just loves to touch me, even if he's just leaning against me.
And if he's not inside, you can hear him crying to come inside. He'll sit at the door whimpering.
Hey, Buffett.
I'm glad that you're listening. No, Deborah Daly. Mark's finished his tank.
Yeah, it was only a little 10-gallon tank. That's awesome. I don't know what it'd be like to have a little tank that easy to work on, Mark. I think the smallest one I've got going now is probably about 40-gallon roughly.
Yeah.
And I find that one super easy compared to the big ones.
No worries. Did you raise your hand?
You don't want to get pulled up in the hall without a pass.
Love you too, Deborah.
Love you, Deb. And as usual, thank you very much for joining us and on with us in our afternoon.
As we say, we're so surprised that people actually enjoy coming in and spending time with us, because we don't find ourselves interesting.
Yeah. Oh, well, we enjoy each other's company.
Yeah, well, that's us.
I really wouldn't think anyone else would.
We got 28 years under our belt to spend time with each other. So we find it really surprising that other people want to spend time with us and like listening to us. And
I think they just come for you, and I might just be a bit of a bonus.
no, they come for you. I'm just ditzy.
Ditzy? You're not ditzy.
I can be. I stumble on words. I'm not really great with English. I speak a lot of gibberish.
Not real good with Japanese either.
No. Shannon hopes everything went smoothly for Wayne.
What on the loo? Excuse me.
How does Karen say our accent? It's our Aussie. Our Aussie
accent.
Our Aussie accent.
We heard someone say Aussie accent. Look at it when it's written, it's S's, so it might make sense, but it's Aussie.
Hey, Southern Mama.
Like the Wizard of Oz.
Off to see the wizard.
The wonderful Wizard of Oz. Because of the wonderful things he does. Hey.
Little Wayne speaks Aussie.
You speak Aussie, mate.
Oh, Shannon reckons he could watch us 24/7. We must be, what is it, the ASMR. We should do ASMR.
ASMR.
That one tone of voice.
ASMR is no good to me because I got terrible hearing. And all I see is lips moving.
Nobody can probably hear you. He does, mate. He speaks English. Aussie.
I do, mate. True blue. Stone the crows, brother. Don't know where you've been all this time. How you been? What to do for my accent is just drop about 2 octaves and then I've got it. Just talk a little bit deeper and just that tiny bit slower and there you go.
It's like they say, where you been? And you say, I've been out back.
Where's you been? It's in the kitchen. No, where's your Willie been? Oh, it's out the side of the house.
Oh, I'm glad, Sandy. That makes us feel really good. She says it's like sitting in a room talking to a group of great friends.
Awesome. Yeah, well, that's why we're doing it. We're finding really nice people just to chat with.
Snapping me wanker.
Hey, snapping duck shit. Snapping duck shit, you wanker.
Or you call it a tosser. Don't be a tosser. Oh,
bloody Nora, Wayne. Get it straight, will you? Snapping duck shit, mate. Carrying on like a wanker. Well, we're right up there with shampoo products, baby. Shampoo products, Vegemite, and Simple Joys.
It's the shampoo and styling products. Oh, I couldn't even tell you half of Southern Mama.
Simply, Sandy, you'll have to have a word with Gus. He's the coffee maker.
Because I don't use any styling products, and the shampoo we got is just run-of-the-mill stuff.
I'm terrible at looking after my hair. That's why it's easier for me to shave it. I used to have long hair when I was younger, all through my 20s and that late teenage years and my 20s. I used to have hair, well, not quite as long as Collette's, but nearly.
You had a mullet. You had
what?
You had a mullet. Is what they called
like
it back then. That's a brand here called Aussie.
Oh, is it?
Tossing me crow.
Really? Tossing me crow? Stone the crows.
Rinse and repeat as needed.
Tossing me crow.
It's not a sexual. It's not a sexual sentence. Not a sexual phrase.
bugging me dead, mate. Look at that. Stone the crows. He's tossing me crow. Leave me crow alone, Wayne.
Dear. It's
like kangaroo on the bottle.
I'm going to tell you what it's like.
Aussie stuff made in the US. Made with American kangaroos.
Wayne has a crow for a pet.
Do you really have a crow for a pet?
You always wanted a crow, didn't you?
Yeah, when I was a kid, one of Mum and Dad's friends had a crow, and they did something with its tongue. I think they split it. They did something to its tongue that allowed it to talk. I think they might have cut underneath where it joins to the bottom of the mouth. Either that or they split a little slit in it, and it could talk really good.
He said yes. Aussie too. And
ravens are smart. They're awesomely smart birds.
Simply Sandy says she thinks Aussie stuff is made in the US. If it's not made in the US, it's made in China.
Can your crow talk, Wayne? Awesome. He does talk. Yeah, that could see, one of the most popular talking birds here is the cockatoo. Sulphur crested cockatoo. That's our big white parrot with the yellow crest on top of its head. And they can talk pretty good. But the crow, with his tongue split, he could talk heaps better.
Well, you don't really see any crows get hit by cars either, do you?
No, they can judge. They can judge speed and distance.
Because there's always crows here on our roads.
Yeah, because they eat the roadkill. We get a lot of wallabies, kangaroos, and rabbits, that sort of thing, as roadkill. Just come out in the morning and start eating it.
Yeah, and like you can get you get close to them and they just fly off.
Some birds only just get out. Like some birds are a bit silly. They don't realise. Crows have got it worked out down to the second.
Hey, Caroline.
They don't have to fly. They're just at the last minute. They just hop out the way in time.
But I have a tendency, birds fly into me while I'm driving. I don't know, it hasn't happened in a little while, but they were for a long time.
You had a run there where within the space of about 6 months, you had like 4 birds.
Just fly into me.
One day we were driving along and a bird flew into the car.
My window was only down that much, and it flew, hit my window, flew into the car at my feet, and was dying at my feet. It was fluttering and everything at my feet, and I'm trying to.
It wasn't dying. It was freaking out.
It was dying. It had stuff coming out of its nose. But yeah, I had to pull over while this bird's under my feet, and Grant got it out and sat it up on a. So I don't know whether it flew away, but it looked like
we were moving. We were doing probably 30 miles an hour, and it just banged straight in through an open window.
It scared me.
The kids were in the back too. They were freaking out.
Yeah. Hey, Professor Cannabis. Hey, DPK. Sub up.
DPK. Yeah, if you just want to sub each other and give each other support, go ahead.
Yeah, but I'm like little birds are.
A chinchilla. I see. We don't get chinchillas here. They're really pretty touchy, aren't they, Southern Mama? Like easy to scare and have heart attacks, and they can die easily from fright. Pretty touchy.
Our strangest pet we have owned is hermit crabs.
Yes, for a while. The Mexican walking fish was really different too. That's like a bit like a mud skipper or a salamander.
Yeah. Axolotl.
Yeah, axolotl. We call them Mexican walking fish. Like if anyone's seen if anyone has seen Rick's dragonfish version of that, and instead of little flippers, it's got little feet.
The most boringest fish that you could ever own. Axolotl. Oh, at the time it was. It just didn't do anything.
Most unusual pet. That we had a miniature chihuahua once.
Yes.
We didn't have it too long because we had to get rid of it. It was just too tiny.
My cat was attacking it. It was that tiny. It was.
I think the cat must have thought it was like a rat or a mouse.
It could fit in through my fingers there. It was that tiny. It was a little toy and it was so tiny.
But the fences we had on the yard was just what they call chain mesh fence diamonds made out of wire, and the diamonds are only about that big, and it could walk straight in and out of the fence. We had the Roddy then too, didn't we?
Yeah.
I had a Rottweiler, and it could fit inside the Rottweiler's mouth. So as it turned out, we took it because someone at a party had it and they wanted to get rid of it. So we took it home because our boy loved it, but it was just too dangerous for it. The Rottweiler, the cat, it could get through the fence. It was like having an outside mouse as a pet.
Yeah. Little Wayne said a preacher came to his house and Dewey, his crow, would say F off and he would leave.
I'd really be I'd be awesome. I'd just love to know someone with a pet raven now, because I remember that from when I was a kid and it really stood out to me. And they're a decent sized bird up close too. The crows can get pretty big.
And Shannon's weirdest pet he's ever owned was a pet rock, and dumb thing wouldn't do anything. Mark's had a pet rock also. Simply Cindy had a chinchilla plus a ferret. A ferret would be a strange one.
Ferrets look really mischievous to me. I imagine ferrets getting into trouble all the time.
And Southern Mother has 15 rabbits now, but not really for pets.
Rabbits are illegal to keep in Queensland, our state.
Yeah.
Not allowed to have them because they're such a threat to the environment here. There's really big rabbit problems. Like back in the 40s and 50s, there's a super huge cull on and they killed all rabbits because they were just tearing up the countryside.
It's myxomatosis?
Yeah, they released the disease amongst them to try and control them. Myxomatosis, really cruel. It always makes them blind.
Hey, no way, jerk.
Hey, no way. Welcome, mate.
TBK's worst pet was a walking stick. Dang sucker bit me so hard. Never kept it ever again.
A walking stick?
It's funny. I think.
I was thinking you read it wrong and it was a stick insect.
The worst pet I keep was a walking stick. Dang sucker bit me so I never keep ever again.
Chipmunks. This is unreal to me because we don't have those animals here at all. Now I'm starting to see what it's like when people see we got bearded dragons running around wild and koalas and kangaroos and stuff, because they might seem really common to you, chipmunks and squirrels and that sort of thing, but we don't have them.
Oh, it's a real insect.
Well, see, it was a stick insect.
Walking stick.
You can get really big stick insects. They can get huge. We had stick insects once. Who said it?
TPK.
Yeah, we went to a museum once, DPK.
And we've got a little bit of baby ones.
A natural museum, and one of their exhibits was a stick insect that had just had all these babies, and there was thousands of these real tiny babies, and they gave you an envelope with babies in it to take home.
Praying mantises we get too.
They're weird. Praying mantises are freaky, and it doesn't matter where you hold them, they can turn their head like 180 degrees and bite you.
Thanks for stopping in, No Way Jack. Have a good night.
See you, No Way. Thanks, mate. Hey, Carolyn.
I'm talking about rabbits. They get use from their poop, like keeping flies away and feeding chickens the larvae.
Yeah, we've had lots of different animals. Oh, we used to breed snails. And for the pet shop, like aquatic snails.
Yeah, apple snails.
Yeah, apple snails, or they call them mystery snails. I think some places they also call them golden snails. And crayfish, we used to breed crayfish for the pet shop.
I actually really liked breeding the crayfish.
We've got one crayfish now, but just only one.
It was just interesting seeing all the little babies up underneath the mum.
Because they use their tail and curl their tail right around and keep the eggs tucked up underneath them.
Yeah, that was interesting to watch.
And rats, we bred rats for a few years.
Yep, that was good. And we lost our big male to cancer, and we had to go and get him euthanized. Hey.
Yeah.
Yeah, that was sad.
Because he was our big old boy. He was like the stud.
Yeah.
He was like the grandfather and great-grandfather of heaps of other batches that we had after.
Night, Mark. Thanks for popping in. Stay
Night,
safe.
Mark. Thanks for coming.
How would you breed snails? Which they just bred, not your garden snails, yeah, aquarium snails.
The type of snails we're talking about, we used to put like a little bit of styrofoam. Styrofoam would float on the water, and then they would lay their eggs on top of that. It's more to do with keeping the right humidity at the top of the tank, because the moisture has to stay in the tank. Can't dry out, so they lay their eggs actually outside the water, but the eggs still need moisture, and then when it gets to a certain temp and time,
they fall down.
They all fall down into the water. So it's a little bit tricky, but not too hard really. As long as you had a pair of snails, you could set it up pretty easy, and we used to just sell them to the pet shop.
Yeah. Shannon asks, what are your biggest fears? I don't really have any major biggest fears. I think one would be being buried alive. I wouldn't like to be buried alive.
On an emotional level, probably any of our kids dying before us is a big fear. That's always been something that I've never wanted to have to deal with. I've seen that with my nephew and my brothers and stuff, and it's just so hard on parents. So that probably emotional wise. And then as far as actual being scared, sharks and crocodiles scare the shit out of me.
He's got a fear of anything bigger than him eating him.
Yeah, well, bears, lions, any of that sort of thing, I think they just play with me like a mouse. So I'd hate to be eaten alive.
Yeah.
I'd rather get bitten by a snake or a spider and die. I'd hate something to actually rip shreds off me while I'm still alive.
So I don't really, I'm not afraid of heights, but I probably live very cautiously anyway, that I don't really have a fear. I'm a control freak.
Yeah, Colette's always been really cautious and doesn't do a lot of dangerous stuff.
Shannon's fear of spiders. Yeah, I'm a control freak, so I try and control my environment.
Yeah, see, we get a lot of poisonous spiders in Australia, and we get spiders around the house all the time, but we grow up with them. So it's funny if you ever see people walk into their webs, though, they start doing the dance like they don't know where the spider is on them, and they start doing an electric boogaloo. I've done it myself heaps of times of a night time.
The dance.
Start waving your arms around. I mean, if someone's watching from a distance, I just think you're a crackhead going crazy.
DPK's biggest fear is roaches. The funniest story
roaches are freaky.
Gus, when he was little, he was probably about,
that's how old is
4-year-old, and we were visiting my mum and dad's, and there was this cockroach on the floor, and he went to walk into the kitchen, and the cockroach went one way, and Gus went the other way, and it went back that way. It was like, you know, when you're in
I've never seen it with a cockroach before, but it did it.
When you're in the street and you have that run in where nobody knows which way to go.
Like you do the little dance, you step one way and they step the same way.
He was doing that with the cockroach, and every time the cockroach would move, he would scream.
We could see that the cockroach was just trying to get away, but he thought it was after him, and he freaked out.
Yeah, it was the most funniest thing. So he can relate, Gus, our eldest, can relate to you with that fear, DPK. Yes, we are, Shirley. We're from Australia. We're in Queensland. Night, Mike.
Night, Mike. Thanks for popping in again, mate. Good to see you. Has anyone ever watched that really old movie, Joe's Apartment? I remember watching that as a kid, and it had all the cockroaches in it. It's a really trippy movie. The cockroaches like overtake the apartment, and it's got some really weird scenes in it. Has anyone ever seen it? It's a crazy movie, Joe's Apartment.
If you ever make it over this way, we'll gladly have you over. We'll have a barbecue out the front.
I'll get the fire going out the front, get the fire pit. I'll have a night under the stars.
Yeah. Don't like bushmaster snakes.
I don't like trouser snakes.
Shannon's, yes, he's seen it.
It's weird, isn't it, Shannon?
You watch all different weird stuff.
Yeah.
See, that's not my... It's like our second eldest, he wants to go and see the movie It. But I'm not going to go watch that. His was when he woke up with one staring at him when he was younger, living close to the rainforest.
That Joe's apartment, I'm sure it's set in New York. It's like really old, run-down apartment blocks, and the cockroaches are just running the whole buildings more or less. And he moves in there and he's trying to get rid of the roaches, but it's more like the roaches really own the place and they decide whether he stays or not.
Don't be sorry, Deborah. Have a good sleep.
Yeah, take it one day at a time, Deb. Take it easy and we'll catch up soon. Yeah, it really was a super weird movie. I can't remember the whole thing, but I just remember how weird it was.
I got one hair.
Yeah. Can I pull it?
No.
I got it.
No, don't pull it. It's sticking up like a cockatoo. I can see it in the camera.
She can't fly, but I'm telling you, she can run the pants off a kangaroo. Oh, he can't fly, but I'm telling you.
4 p.m. Friday afternoon.
Nearly weekend here. The boys will be home in about 10 minutes. And then for us.
Because we've got 2 younger ones. One's in high school. He's in year 8. And the other one's in primary school, which I think is in year... I don't know what they call primary school there.
I think they call it elementary.
Elementary
School.
He's in year 6.
And then the next one up, high school, would be what they call junior high.
Yeah. So we've got one in elementary and one in junior high. And then we've got one at university.
Take care, Deb. See you next time.
And then we've got adult. Well, both of them are adults, the 2 oldest ones, 19, 18 and 22.
Yeah, 18's an adult here, really. 18, you're allowed to vote, drink, whatever. Get your car license at 16.
The mama homeschools.
Okay.
Our landlord homeschools their kids.
Seems to a fair few people homeschool nowadays too. I think it's becoming a bit more popular. What is it? 12:59. Is it nearly 1 a.m. there?
Friday morning.
Wow.
Little Wayne would like to tell you about my UFO story, but it's scary.
Ooh, UFO story.
DK's most embarrassing moment was escaping when I was a kid and playing in mud and got stuck on the fence. My mum and dad caught me hanging all muddy on the fence. Got a photo of it and it's funny. They have a 3-year-old, age 7, 4, and 3. Girls or boys, Summer Mama? We've got all boys.
Yeah, we got 4 sons.
In the video, Little Wayne. Or one day we'll invite you.
Yeah, we get you on the panel one day, Wayne.
We've never done that. So, we've done it with Pam and Rick, but we haven't done it with anybody else.
We did a shared live stream with Pam and Rick, 3-4 weeks ago?
Yeah, about that. That was good. I really enjoyed that.
Our live stream from the fish room with Pam and Rick.
I was so nervous and excited.
The video's still up, but we had them on the panel. We'll do that with you, Wayne, if you want to hop on the panel for our next live stream, and we'll do let you do your story if you want. That's only if you want to, man. Whatever you want to do.
And Summer Mother has 2 boys and 1 girl. Yeah, Yeah, that'll be interesting. Anybody else like Shannon, or I don't know whether Shannon goes on live streams or anything like that, but we'll gladly have you on one day.
If anyone wants to line up anything like that, if you don't want to talk about it in public, you can send us a message and we'll chat about it.
Yeah, we're open to have, and like it would be good to be able to hear other people too and like interact. Yeah. I found that when we did it with Pam and Ricky, we kept on cutting each other off. We haven't got the art of that yet.
I think there's a little bit of an art to it. You gotta know when to sort of sit back, and because it goes off audio.
Yeah.
Once someone starts talking, it'll automatically throw their picture up. So you've got to sort of learn to sit back and when to come in a little bit. But I don't think it's that hard. It's just we need to be a little bit better at it.
Yeah. And see, with us, we tend to cut each other off too, but not as much as if someone that we don't actually know. Yeah, we'll send you a message one day when we're going to do it again, and it will be probably within the next week or two, and we can line it up, and you can be a guest on the panel with us. DPK said maybe one day he would do that next time once I get a phone that doesn't die so quick, but definitely he would love to do that too.
Yeah.
And
yeah, we can do special themes or topics or anything. Like if you want to make it about fish stuff one week, we can do a panel and talk about fish stuff, or we can do a panel and talk about stories. Hey, babe.
Yeah, and then that way you can show all these fish to us too. That'd be good.
I'm easy, but I'm not cheap. Yeah, if there's people who haven't done live streams before and they just want to have a little taste of it and practice, they can try doing a panel with us.
Yeah, see, we don't class ourselves as awesome live streamers either. We're
learning as we go. Every week we're learning.
By fish stories and fish and stories. Love editing. I really do.
Yeah, that's one of the main reasons we started the channel, because Collette loves editing and playing with stuff, and I wanted to share our animals and everything with people. We never expected to be doing live streams.
So glad that you caught us, Southern Mama. My voice cracked then.
Thanks, Southern Mama.
So glad that you caught us. I think I've been talking too much. And then you can see how handsome he is.
It's a trap. I'm not saying anything to that comment.
He's been in a lot of live streams, usually mostly fish channels.
Yeah, I've said that with Collette before. With all the fish tanks I got up the back and all the fish, probably could have just had a fish channel if I wanted to, but it's yeah, we got a lot more I want to share than just fish.
Yeah, well, animals and kids and that sort of thing. You could probably do branches off your own channel, but have it all on one, less complicated.
Some people say you're better off sort of, like if you want your channel to be successful, you're better off having it like more specific, one little area. But it's our life really, so it's got bits of everything.
Yeah.
Yes, see how handsome I am, eh? A bit of a handsome grease monkey, eh, Wayne?
It is fun meeting all different people, and I love learning about different cultures and how other people live.
I'd love to see a handsome grease monkey tossing crows.
Hey, Sarah. Yeah, we're trying to get lots of different things. It's like we haven't shot a lot of the kids either, and
You're not allowed to shoot your kids.
I haven't videoed a lot of the kids.
You get in big trouble if you shoot your kids.
And I said to Grant just recently, we need to do more.
Hey, Sarah. Hey, Shirley.
Do another video of the kids, and we'll try and a little bit more. And they're only reading you saying about shooting the kids. Yeah, well, it keeps it interesting if you've got lots of different things on your channel. It's like we got wildlife rescues and the animals that we do have as pets.
Yeah.
And then the kids and the fish and what we do. And like, I don't know whether you understand a lot of the things we say with our accents either. So, so I just...
There's a lot of things I've got in mind that I want to try over the next year. See, I collect a lot of things from junkyards and second-hand shops and that sort of thing and clean them up and sell them again. So I want to touch on that I want to touch on that a bit more too and show people the things I get and the things I bring home and tidy up. So I want to do a bit more of that, and I want to end up getting into the city a bit more and start doing comparison things.
Yeah.
People really seem to like that.
Yeah, the different things.
McDonald's video. We just did a short little vlog where we went to McDonald's and had lunch, and I was really surprised how much interest and comments and stuff it got on it from people in America and England and all over the world, just giving me sort of comments on how McDonald's is different in their country.
Hey, AJ's Adventure.
Thanks, AJ. Welcome to the channel. Hope you find heaps of smiles in the videos, mate.
And as a viewer, Caroline said...
Is it AJ? Is that Alex that I met earlier? I'm not sure. I might have met them in the other AJs.
You just threw me then. Caroline said, as a viewer, she loved when we did one with Pam and Rick, also the live streams. And
yeah, that was awesome. That was good fun.
Little Wayne will use his Aussie voice. I'm interested to see your Aussie voice.
I'd love to hear people trying to do Aussie accents. I sort of go to do other accents because a lot of times just walking around the house, I'll put on different accents just to keep myself amused and be funny. And I try not to do that in case I offend people when I'm on live stream.
Yeah, that's like some of his accents and that sort of thing. I kind of go, oh, yeah, it could be taken differently.
It's like, I reckon anyone can do a French accent. All you have to do is know how to go on the end of everything. That is a beautiful flower.
The Southern Mother says she truly loves watching us guys and to see the difference in the way we live, and plus she loves the accent. Yep, so back to AJ's Adventures. DPK said he hopes JH Aquatics, he saw that his island got really badly damaged.
Oh, no.
And they're not many emergency personnel. They getting hit again tomorrow.
Yeah, the emergency services are going to be flat out, aren't they, all around Florida?
I did see a post on because I follow a weather channel in our area, but they did a post of the 3 cyclones that are coming to you guys. They have got, it was way back in 2010. You had 3 similar, I think they said. Yeah, so they were saying that the 3 similar lineup is equivalent to the ones back in 2010
that we had here. Or?
No, which they had there.
Okay.
I think that's September 2010.
It's always bad when you get a couple real close together because...
Yeah, well, that's what they got at the moment.
Especially the water, because like the first one, it doesn't tend to be as bad if the ground can soak a lot of it up and the dams hold it and that sort of thing. But if you get another one straight after it, the ground's already saturated and everything runs off a lot quicker and the dams are full everywhere. Greetings from the land of AK-47s and freedom.
Hey, WKKZR, welcome.
Greetings back to you, a tribe called cookiesit.com.
6.com.
Cookies.
Princess.
I've got a big
Charlie
Cookie Monster t-shirt I wear sometimes. Hey, Dave, how you going?
Yeah, that's what they were saying. It was bad back then in 2010 for you guys. Yeah.
If everyone wants to sub up, go ahead and sub each other. WKZZR Productions just come in. That's Dave. aka Redbeard.
Hello.
Hey, buddy. How was school?
No, just wait. Just wait.
I'll be back in a sec.
Kids have just come home from school.
Hey, Diesel. I'll go up. Diesel's up.
Adam wasn't there.
Come on, buddy.
Wasn't it? Just wait.
Did you check the mail today?
Yes, and that package.
That's why.
Yes, that package came for you guys.
Can I open it?
I think.
I already opened it. It's in your room.
Yeah, he put it in your room. Waiting on a.
All right, Faz. Oh, you're going to show them.
They were waiting on the package, and
Haven't
it
got your
finally.
school uniform on?
Yes, he has.
Go and take your school shirt off.
Waiting on a package.
Okay.
Waiting on a package, and it finally arrived. What did you get?
From the old PS2, me and Fisher used to play a game hours and hours pretty much every day, and we finally got it.
Looks like he's pledging his allegiance to America.
So it finally arrived in the mail. His big brother brought that for them. Everybody
Well,
says,
that's
hi,
his
little
phone.
man. He's our youngest. Yeah, so that's what you'll be playing later.
Yeah, probably now.
Mm-hmm.
Get something to eat.
Yeah, go find something to eat. There's I brought strawberries.
Listen to my voice. It's like so bad.
Oh, no, a bit croaky.
Yeah.
Come
your
say
hand on
hello.
Put your hand on your...
This is our next one up. Our
Cover up your hand.
second youngest.
Hi.
Hey,
Hey, he's a bit croaky.
he's a bit croaky.
Did you just go to town today?
Yeah, we did.
Did you get food?
Yeah.
Yes. Yeah, so he's our
Okay.
second youngest.
I'll leave you guys alone.
All right.
Okay. There's some strawberries and fruit in the fridge.
Okay.
All right, we'll wrap this up in a minute, okay, guys? Yep. Okay.
Yeah, it's end of school time, so we got kids around now.
Yeah, time got away on us. We normally wrap up live streams before the kids get home.
Doggy, that's
Oh,
my
the little one, yeah, that's Colette's princess.
that's my princess.
Little Lily.
Two boys. One, the youngest is Faron, and the other one is Fisher. Fisher, as Fisher of Men.
Yeah, when Collette was pregnant with Fisher, I wanted a Bible name, but I wanted something different. All of our boys' names are a little bit different. So instead of just one of the standard names out of the Bible, we chose Fisher.
Mhm.
Something on our screen.
Yeah, both screens need it clean.
There's another dog in there now. As soon as we opened the door, another dog came in.
Bye, Wayne.
No?
She's
There's another one again. There's an Ewok.
there's our Ewok. No, that way. This
No.
way. This way.
So that's a couple of the smaller dogs.
My nana had a poodle, and he was very hyper. He was terrible, wasn't he?
The family, when I was a little kid, had a little miniature poodle, and you weren't allowed anywhere near the owner. If you went within 2 meters of the owner, or 2 yards, it would just go absolutely ballistic, growling and barking, wanting to bite you. It was so protective.
Wayne's going.
See you, Wayne. Go and loosen some nuts, mate.
Night. Have a good sleep.
Good night. Catch you next time, eh?
Shannon was MIA for a little while.
Yeah.
Yeah, I'm keeping notes. Deepika's birth name is Carlotus, but had it changed to Carlos when he left the Navy base.
Calito.
Carlito.
Calido to Carlos. Nice.
Welcome back.
Calito. where I grew up, there was a really good pizza place called Collette's.
Colottas.
Yeah. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back. Yeah, we'll wrap it up soon, guys. Now the boys are home, we'll
Go spend some time with them.
spend a bit of time with them, see how
how
the day at school
day
went.
went.
Why are you saying the same things as me?
Because he said it right or I said it right.
Me.
Me. Me,
Yeah,
me, me, me.
Me, 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 me. Hey, Carlos. Hey, my.
Mr.
Cutter.
Cutter.
Ooh, 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 ooh. Easy trivia question for you. Which one of the sweat hogs would put his hand up and go, ooh, 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 Mr. Carter, Mr. Carter, ooh,
You
ooh.
said it right. You said it right.
Yeah, of course.
Night, DPK.
Not DPK.
Stay safe.
Colin, that's an easy one. Someone's got to tell me the student that used to do that.
Arnold Schwartz.
Ah, don't tell him.
You would know.
Okay, his first name was Arnold.
Yes, I knew the first name. I wasn't sure on the second
Arnold
one.
Horshack. And for our last welcome back Cotter trivia question, who got it, by the way? Carolyn. Well done, Carolyn. What was the name of the character Walter played?
I know that one. Okay, I'm not going to say it.
Initials if you want.
VB.
Yep.
Yeah, I got it right. I'm not really good at trivia.
Yeah, we used to watch that heaps. Welcome back, welcome back, welcome back to the same old place that you dreamed about.
Vinny.
Ah,
Nobody's
tell him.
guessing it.
Don't tell him.
Yeah, see?
Someone's probably Googling.
Vinny
Barbarino.
Barbarino.
Hey, it's Vinny Barbarino.
One of her son's names is
Adric.
Adric.
That's a cool name. Yep. That's it, Dave. Vinny Barbarino. I watched a whole episode of The Three Stooges on Dave's channel the other night. When a body touches a body. Something like that it's called. The old Three Stooges episode. With the will in it.
What were you watching last night on Netflix?
On Netflix. Just a couple of stand-up comedy specials.
WKCCR. Loved that episode. And Caroline loved Welcome Back Cotter. You've moved your arm
It
up.
made me feel like watching Abbott and Costello. Sometimes I just go to I listen to some of the old songs, and then Costello done that I really liked.
It's a very unique name. I like the different names.
Adric, is there someone on Game of Thrones called Adric? I'm not sure. Sounds vaguely familiar.
It's like we chose unusual names for all of our...
Barbarino. Barbarino.
We chose
That's the
unusual
one,
names
Sandy.
for all of our kids. Just, didn't we?
Yep.
Gus is, instead of Augustus, he's just Gus, but his middle name's Ashton.
Well, I always had a thing for the number 3.
Yeah.
I'm obsessed with the number 3. So I had Gus's because it's a 3-letter name. And I had that pick since I was about 12-year-old.
Yeah.
I always wanted my son to be called Gus.
So I picked his middle name, which was Ashton, and then Griffin. I chose that one, and he's just got the family middle name. And then we've got Fisher Trinity. And, well, we gave reasons for that before. And then the last one is Faron Cassidy.
And Cassidy was after Butch Cassidy.
Butch Cassidy.
And Faron was after the country singer Faron Young.
Hi, Mountain Mama.
American country singer from the 60s. Sort of in the same style of Hank Williams. He came after Hank Williams, and I'd say Hank Williams was probably one of his idols because he's got that style about him.
Dave said he's got an interesting one coming up, but it may be a couple of Sundays.
Yeah, I'll keep an eye out for it, Dave. I even watched the wrestling on Dave's, playing the wrestling game.
I watched it when he had
And in this corner we have Unpaid Bill.
I watched it when you had Rick and somebody else. I'm not
Rick and Morty.
No. Dave had Rick from Shoot the Shit, and I'm not even going to say the other person's name, but them in the wrestling ring. I watched that one of Dave's.
Mountain Mama, we are awesome. It's Friday afternoon here for us.
It's nearly 4:30.
Yeah, it's about 20 past 4, a Friday afternoon, just about heading into the weekend for us. Didn't watch Welcome Back, Cotter. We used to get all the American shows in the afternoon here when we were kids. Welcome Back, Cotter, Different Strokes, Happy Days, Laverne and Shirley, what was Mork and Mindy, Gilligan's Island, Brady Bunch. Actually, Brady Bunch was on after the news, so it was a bit later. That's how we all became the Brady Bunch, the Brady Bunch. Till one day, this lady met this fellow. Oh, the Beverly Hillbillies.
Yeah, well, because the two oldest ones are GGs after you, like their initials start with G, and the two youngest ones start with F.
After our favourite pastime.
Fishing.
Did you find my charger?
No, somebody else did. I don't know. Somebody else who was cleaning up, I think.
And that reminds me, I made my kite today.
Did you have
Love boat.
It's a lot smaller.
Colette likes a love boat. When she was when I first met her, she said she always wanted to go and work on a cruise ship like the Love Boat.
Life size, it was.
Yeah.
I never liked Eight Is
Really
Enough,
small.
eh? Watch that much at all. Eight Is Enough. Fantasy Island, used to watch that too.
Yeah, well, I wanted to be an air hostess also, but I was too
Air
short.
hostess.
Yeah, back then I was too short. Fantasy Island.
I remember the theme song for Fantasy Island. It might have just been music coming in, landing on the plane, landing on the water.
Shannon was in I think AJ's Adventures when he was saying that the
Summer with Angels.
Jeopardy song is the same as the MASH, and I went and googled it, and it's not.
I knew straight away.
Unless your MASH theme is different to our MASH theme.
No, it's not. I don't think so.
Right, hum it.
I'm not humming it.
Yeah, that's our MASH theme. And
that's good, because the first time I saw your name, Dave, that actually came to my head. W. Caddy.
No, it's different. Yeah, that's what we thought. It's different.
It's definitely different.
Yeah, because we went and Googled it, and
I thought, oh, maybe because he's a musician, he might know. So we went and Googled it, and it's definitely different.
Yeah. Because when he was doing it, I ended up humming it, and it was different. Suicide and Silence, but didn't use the name on TV, only the movie. Oh, we still get the reruns, and don't we? On 5 o'clock every afternoon, you get the
MASH.
Yeah, the reruns.
It's one of the few ones that actually still does reruns.
Yeah.
It's just super duper popular. There's still people watch it. He's quite a good speaker too. The guy that played Hawkeye. Jeez, I know his name too, and I've forgotten it now.
Some mother. I keep on saying mama. Other girl. Someday she'll be Trinity Grace. That's nice.
Yeah, I like the name Trinity. I was really happy to have that as a middle name.
Yeah.
Alan Alder, of course. Thanks, Dave.
If we were ever going to have a girl, she would have been Serene Rose Louise.
Yeah, Alan Alder speaks on behalf of what is it? Is it the Society of Literature or Science or something to that effect? But I've heard him speak before at seminars, and he's a really good speaker.
Didn't he pass recently?
No,
No,
I don't think so.
no, I didn't touch him.
Heaps of things are different.
Cleaned it up for you.
There's Dorito packets, Maximus's.
Might have been the fairies.
Or who drinks Maximus?
You.
No, it would have been Griffin.
I like to.
Griffin would have cleaned it up for you. Or he might have been playing the game.
Yeah, no worries,
there.
Mountain Mama. Get some sleep, eh? Have a good rest. Which song's that? Hey, what are you doing here?
You're shirtless.
God,
The face like God.
all over the world. Now we'll have 12-year-old girls around the world trying to hunt us down, look for you.
Bye, Mountain Mama.
I'm so scared.
West Virginia,
We have to pull this back up
Mountain Mama.
Not right at this moment.
Take me home,
later.
country road. Bye.
Okay, beautiful people, we're going to wrap it up.
What? No, I'm just getting started. So much for a quickie, eh?
Should have called it a longie.
It is getting very late for you guys, but thank you so much for joining us.
As always, it's always a pleasure to have you in.
North Carolina, NC, isn't it?
Take care, everybody.
Thanks very much for joining us for another live stream. Thanks anyone who's commented and liked the videos this week.
Simply Sandy, contact me, please.
Yeah, we've got to get your address so we can send out that giveaway prize. So you can drink a Simple Joy's coffee with us.
So you can enjoy a coffee with us. Night. Take care.
Good night, everyone.
Bye.